Have you ever walked away from a conversation with a woman, maybe hours later, suddenly wondering, wait, was they flirting with me? If you've ever had that sinking feeling that you missed at your chance with a woman who was actually into you, you're not alone, that this happens more often than you think. Men and women speak different language in it comes to attraction. And while men tend to be bold and upfront, buying drinks, throwing pickup lines, cracking jokes, women, they're playing chess while you're playing checkers. Their moves are subtle, strategic, and devastatingly effective if you know how to read them. So, in this video, we're diving deep into the 7 powerful signs a woman is trying to seduce you and how to recognize them before the woman passes you by. Because if you miss these cues, you're not just missing out on her. You're missing out on a connection that could have changed your life. Sign number 1. She touches herself subtly, sensually, not what you think. Now, let's clear something up. When we say she touches herself, we're not talking about anything explicit. This is something far more refined, something less in grace and subtle seduction. Pay attention when a woman is lighting the space between her breasts and her collarbone. You may see her tracing her fingertips across her clavicle, her neckline, or her shoulders as she speaks to you. It looks casual, innocent, almost unconscious, but it isn't. That delicate area between the neck and chest is one of the most sensual spots on a woman's body. When she touches it while looking at you, it's a silent invitation. It's her butt whispering, "I'm comfortable around you. I want your eyes on me." She's not just adjusting her necklace, she's guiding your gaze like a spotlight on her femininity. And the truth is, she probably doesn't want you to rush in. She wants you to notice, because women don't seduce with words. They seduce with micro movements, with glances, with touches. She hopes you'll catch any voodoo. That's when the game really. But be careful. Just because she's touching herself doesn't mean she's ready to jump into your arms. The tone gesture, while potent, is not aguarante. It's a clue. So, don't treat it as a green light to get overly forward. What you should do instead is watch for patterns. If you notice her bowsing her neck, adjusting her blouse just a little too often, or gently brushing her arm, combined with other sins from this list, then yes, chances are she's trying to get your attention without ever saying a word. Sign number 2. She touches you, and she touches you often. Here's a truth most men ignore. When a woman wants you to touch her, she'll usually touch you first. Not in a sexual way at first, but in playful, accidental, or flirtatious ways that lower your guard and invite. She might laugh and playfully punch your arm. She might brush imaginary lint off your shoulder. She might lean in just a little too close when she whispers something to you. And if you're teasing her, she may play along, giggling, grabbing your forearm, or running her fingers along your bicep. Now, here's where it gets serious. If her hand rests on your thigh, even briefly, that's not an accident. That is one of the most direct physical signs a woman is trying to seduce you. Women are fully aware of how intimate that area is. They know what that touch implies, and they know what it does to you. She may also touch your chest, your back, or let her hand linger near your belt, liner during a hug. And when you put your arm around her, watch how she reacts. Does she lean in tighter? Does her hand slide somewhere more adventurous? Does she melt into you like she belongs there? If then she's not just flirting, she's testing the water to see if you'll take next step. Still unsure? Try inviting her to dance. If she presses your body to yours, if her movements become slower, more sensual, she's not dancing anymore. She's inviting you into her space and her intentions. Sign number 3. She talks about sex casually, repeatedly, and just barely enough. Now, here's where a lot of guys fumble. We often focus so much on body language that we forget women seduce with words, too. And not just what they say, but how and when they say it. If a woman begins casually mentioning anything sexual, even lightly, it's not random. Maybe she jokes about her naughty side. Maybe she brings up a movie scene and says, "That part was kind of hot." Or maybe she starts asking you questions, subtly steering the conversation towards sex without making it obvious. Pay close attention to their rhythm here. At first, it's playful and vague, testing your comfort level. Beauty if you respond without flinching, she'll press deeper. Suddenly, she's asking you about past relationships. What turns you on? What kind of woman you're into? Or if you're as confident in bed as you are in person. This isn't accidental. She's planting sexual associations in your mind, connecting her to the idea of desire, intimacy, and tension. It's classic psychological conditioning. the more often she brings up sex while talking to you, the more your brain associates her with desire. And guess what? It works. Even if she's doing it under the radar, your subconscious is picking up the clues, your heartbeat changes, your focus sharpens, and before you know it, you're seeing her differently. Even if you weren't initially thinking of her that way, it's not about being vulgar. It's about invitation. It's about vulnerability. And most of all, it's about making you feel like you're in the know, like we've been invited into a secret world. So, if a woman keeps circling back to sexual topics, it's not a coincidence. It's her saying, I want to see if you'll meet me there. Sign duct 4. She sits or stands uncomfortably close and loves it. Here's something most guys overlook. Space is sacred. When we like someone, we instinctively close the distance, and when we don't, we build invisible walls. So if you find her sitting right next to you, even when there's plenty of room around, if her thigh brushes yours, if her shoulder presses into you every time she laughs, and if she makes no effort to move away, that's a seduction signal. When a woman is attracted to you, her body will naturally gravitate toward yours. It's not always conscious, but it's real. And here's the kicker. Sometimes she'll engineer closeness just to test your awareness. She might whisper in your ear when she could have just spoken normally. She might lean over you to grab something, giving you a perfect view of her neckline. Or she might speak softly, forcing you to lean in, creating a tension so electric it feels like something could happen at any second. This isn't just flirting, it's atmosphere building. She's saying, I want you in my space. But more than that, I want you to want it, too. Watch for the little cues. Does she hold hugs a second too long? Does she find ways to be next to you in photos? Does she brush past you when there's more than enough room? And don't forget these. When a woman who's trying to sit will make sure you smell her. A hint of floral perfume, a touch of vanilla lotion, a subtle trace of mint on her breath. Scent bypasses logic, it's primal. And when she's that close, it's not just her presence, it's everything about her pulling you in. Sign number 5. She shows you skin on purpose but makes it look accidental. Let's talk about visual seduction. Some are vocal, some use touch, and others, they speak through exposure. Buffly just enough to spark your imagination. Here's what that looks like. She bends over to grab something, and you catch a glimpse of her cleavage. You assume it was accidental until it happens again. Or she adjusts her top and lets her jacket slide off her shoulder. Her stomach shows when she stretches. Challenger's in a pose that feels like a fashion shoot instead of an everyday move. Here's what matters most. She doesn't cover herself up immediately after. She lets it breathe because she wants you to see. But she doesn't want to tell you. She wants you to see. That is the brilliance of female seduction. It's always layered in plausible deniability. She's giving you the trailer, not the full movie. And if you watch carefully, you'll see the rhythm behind it. Share of it just a bit. She observes your reaction. She gives a soft smile. Then she pretends it never happened. This is what makes it seduction and not desperation. It's playful, powerful, and magnetic. If you see this behavior combined with her talking about sex or getting physically like close, then yes, she's actively drawing you in. Sin. Arger 6. She's permissive to your advances and wants you to keep going. Seduction isn't just about what she does to you, it's also about how she responds when you make a move. Here's the truth most guys never learn. When a woman is truly trying to seduce you, she wants to feel pursued, but only by a man who's perceptive enough to follow the trail she's leaving behind. So, what happens when you take the first step? Maybe you brush her hair behind her ear. Maybe you brush your hand on the small of her back. Maybe you offer a compliment that flirts with crossing the line. Now, watch her. If she leans in, if she, instead of pulling back, if she giggles, blushes, or flirts even harder. That's not just permission, that's encouragement. She wants you to continue, but only if you do it with confidence and care. Because here's where a lot of guys mess up. They assume every seductive cue is a green light to go full speed ahead. Seduction, it's a dance. And she wants to know, are you a man who can lead while still respecting her pace? Some women might play a little hard target, not to tease you endlessly, but to make sure your interest is genuine. They want to feel like they're being chased, not just checked off a list. But be warned, if she clearly declines in advance, stop immediately, because, no matter how strong the attraction is, her boundaries matter. She can be seductive. She can be playful. But that doesn't mean she'll ask you anything. That's what separates Ariel man from a reckless one. And her rest secret, if you can read that line, if you can show her that you're both bold and respectful, she'll trust you. And when trust enters the equation, the seduction becomes electric. Sign number 7, she compliments your body. But it's more than just words. You know what most men don't expect. A woman who's genuinely trying to set a sail will notice your body and she'll tell you about it. It might be subtle at first. Wow, do you work out? Your arms are kind of insane. Bet you could pick me up without breaking a sweat. She might laugh as she says it, pretending it's just a joke. But make no mistake, she wants you to know that she's noticed. She's picturing you in physical terms, and she wants to see if you will picture her the same way. She might playfully challenge you. How much can you lift? She might raise an eyebrow when you mention lifting boxes at work and say, with thassa muscles please. These aren't throwaway leans. These are sexual cues in disguise. And a woman who's seriously interested will find a way to weave these comments into nearly any conversation. Sometimes it's direct, sometimes it's layered, but the intention is always the same. She's trying to plant herself in your fantasies without ever saying the word fantasy. And here's your move. Mirror it back when she compliments you. Respond with a genuine, playful compliment of your own. Not something sleazy, something smooth, something confident, something like, well, I guess I work out just enough to keep up with a girl like you. Or your dangaroos liabsvarnt. What else have you noticed about me? This keeps the tension alive, the conversation flowing, and the chemistry magnetic. Okay, Amelia's not done yet, because at this final tip might be the most powerful of all. Watch her eyes. A woman who's trying to seduce you will hold eye contact, just a little longer than her mouth. She look at your mouth when you're talking. Her pupils might dilate. She glanced down, then back up into your eyes and smile softly like she's hiding something. This moment, this silent stare, it's not awkward, it's intimate, it's electric, and it's intentional. She's not just looking at you, she's imagining something. And she's waiting to see if you'll imagine it, too. If you lock eyes with her, Anja doesn't look away. She's daring you to see her, not just as a friend, but as a woman who wants you to cross that line. So, let's recap. Seduction is never obvious. It's a slow burn, psychological dance between two people who feel the tension, but don't say it out loud. Now that you know the signs, the self-touching, the playful contact, the casual sex talk, the closeness, the glimpses of skin, the openness to your moves, the compliments on your body, and the stare that lingers, you're not in the dark anymore. You're in the game. So, the next time you're with a woman and something feels electric, don't ignore it. Don't second guess it. Trust your gut. Look for the signs, and when you find them, be the kind of man who knows how to lead with confidence, ever having to force it. Because in the world of dark psychology, real seduction doesn't shout, it whispers. If you found this video helpful, make Soretto leave a like and subscribe for more deep psychological insights into attraction, power, and human behavior. This is Amelia, and you've just unlocked a Danathor layer of the human mind here on Dark Psychology. See you in the next